a VR experience looking at a test drive inside of the 2022 Ford Mustang. Now this is the EcoBoost version of the vehicle, and it's specifically the high performance package, which means that we've got the active valve exhaust, so this thing is going to sound very nice as we go. All right, I'm just going to make sure that exhaust mode we are also in. Let's go sport mode to make it sound a little nicer. We're going to change it out to sport steering on top of that just to tighten things up a little bit. This is going to be good. All right, so one thing to point out, so this is the 6-speed manual transmission. Inside of the Mustang, we've got the option for either the 6-speed manual or the 10-speed automatic, and that's going to be the same whether we're in the GT or in the EcoBoost version of the vehicle. Oh, a little choppy. Forgive me. This is nice though. It's always like when you drive something new, you're like, okay, where is the clutch going to pick things up as we go? Apparently it's a little bit higher up than I was expecting. It's nice though all at the same time. Oh, this is comfy. Comfy seat. Well, one thing, we do have the option for the Recaro seats instead. And the Recaro seats, very nice. There it is. All right, find your shift point. All right, I'm genuinely curious. This specific one has the adaptive cruise, so it's got the forward, safe, and smart package, which means that we've got the adaptive cruise control system. I've never used adaptive cruise control in a manual transmission before, so when we get onto the highway, I'm gonna try it and see what happens. I'm not really sure what to expect though. This is gonna be kind of interesting. Now, another thing to point out, this one also hasn't passed its break-in period yet. So as much as I would love to open this thing up a little bit, I'm not gonna open it up too much because I don't wanna damage any components. It's funny, I was in an SRT Hellcat Durango last year, and I went to go use launch control, and I couldn't. It literally gave me a message saying that the vehicle was too new, so it wouldn't let me use launch control. I was like, it's kind of genius for them to do it, because the last thing you want is to have a brand new car that you end up destroying because you've prematurely used launch control. Oh, this is nice though. Oh, that's really nice. And that seat, apparently it did not close it properly. Oh no. This is why you make sure that all the seats are done properly before you go. Okay, hold on. I don't think I'm gonna be able to push that thing back there right now. So this seat, we are going to be riding around with our back seat down, unfortunately. Note to self, or note to you, if you're ever going to be pulling those rear seats down and you don't want that to happen, just make sure that you adjust as necessary, you fully lock it back and click it into place. I think that was my fundamental mistake there. When I lowered those seats down, I just didn't click it back up into place. So make sure you do that. But this thing, it's comfortable. I do love, ventilated seats. Oh yes. Ventilated seats is an option inside of this because of the package options that we've got. When you get into the EcoBoost and the GT Premium, we've got our heated ventilated seats standard. One thing to note, if you go for the Recaro seats, you are never going to have heated or ventilated seats whatsoever. Even if you're in the GT Performance Pack, or the GT, I should say, or if you're inside of the EcoBoost Premium. So never gonna have those seats as an option whatsoever. This sounds really nice though. I am really surprised. You know what, I'm gonna do highway on the way back, but I wanna get a little bit more sound of this thing. This is really nice. I'm kind of surprised right now. Still never gonna beat a Tesla though, with the insane amount of horsepower and torque those things have. All right, here we go. Woo. This is so nice. So nice. Now one thing, this thing doesn't even have the handling package that's optional inside of this Mustang. So, I mean, the handling package itself is unbelievable. It's such an amazing system, but this one doesn't have it. So with the handling package, you need the high performance package inside of the EcoBoost, but what that's going to do is it gives you the torsion differential, so the 355 torsion, but it also gives you the Magneride damping system. And Magneride is all about body roll, baby. That's what it's all about. It's about your body rolling. All right, so what it does is, rather, like as you're taking aggressive turns, left, right, whatever the case may be, rather than your car body roll kind of looking like this, it's gonna be a little bit flatter. So it just feels better all around. Okay, this is like the test. I've got the, how's this even gonna work right now? Is it gonna, I'm gonna obviously have to downshift. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, that totally makes sense. So I wasn't really sure how it would have worked, but it's like the second you have to downshift, the system turns off, which totally makes sense. I just wasn't sure how it was gonna react there. Oh, neat, okay. But it's controlling the speed. Like I've got it set to 60, I'm going 50, okay, now I'm going 60 again. But I had it set to 58, I was going 60, car in front of me slowing down even more. Get out of the way here, and it should pick me right back up to that set speed. Okay, interesting. So that's how the adaptive cruise control works when you're in a manual transmission. I didn't know that because I've never tried it before. So if you're in a manual transmission, what'll happen is if you ever change gears, I just want to test that theory before I like confirm it. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so the second you change gears, it's going to automatically kill that system off. So you do need to change gear, or you need to reset the system just by pressing that plus or minus button or the resume button on the bottom left-hand side of the steering wheel. This is nice. Oh, the butt cooler right now is so good, so good. Like we're not in crazy warm temperatures yet. Like right now where I'm like driving around and it's, I think maybe 14 to, it's saying 7. I think it's warmer than that, but we're getting up to like the warmest day that we've gotten so far this year. It's nice, it's really nice out right now. I'm not gonna lie, driving with the adaptive cruise control system is kind of neat. This is actually kind of like really neat. Huh. Okay. So adaptive cruise control system is there as an option. Obviously don't have to worry about using the gas as you go once you've got your set speed. Just need to make sure you're paying attention to the brake as you go though. Oh, that sounds nice though. I am surprised at the sound of that EcoBoost. That is really nice. Hold on, let me roll the window down for you. That's not too shabby for an EcoBoost Mustang. That's really nice. Huh. So good feel overall, good comfort. I've been in a Mustang with the Recaro seats before. They're good. If you're gonna be tracking your Mustang, that's when I'd really think about the Recaro seats. But like I said, giving up the heated ventilated option, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I wish Recaro would get that heated ventilated option. I think it would be an amazing seat setup, like an amazing system. It would be fantastic. So if you guys are listening, get the heated ventilated option, just build that in. I think people will pay for it at a premium if they want it. But I mean, the caveat to that is that obviously if you've got the Recaro seats and you're tracking your Mustang, you probably won't care about the heated ventilated option anyways, but it still is pretty nice to have. So we've got, you can kind of see, we've got our vacuum and we've got our vacuum gauge and we've got our oil pressure gauges going there on top of that. So you can see exactly what's going on as we go. Like I said, I'm not pushing this one too much. I'm just going like back streets right now. We're gonna highway back to the dealership, but this has got a nice feel, nice look overall. We've got our like spun aluminum look in the dash. And because this is the high performance package, we also do have that high performance badge just along the passenger side of the dash on the right-hand side. Feel is great, dynamics are great. Drive mode, I'm gonna change you out to sport mode on top of that. Oh, that's cool. I love the sport mode look and like even the track look, because so inside of the digital cluster screen, it changes up the dynamics of the screen itself. So the overall look, I love it. Absolutely love it. There we go. Find your shifting points. That's what it's all about. The blind spot system is actually growing on me the more and more I use it. Like having a little light on either side view mirror kind of flash and letting us know that there's somebody on either side, I think is really cool. It's just a luxury. It's like a reverse camera. Like I remember my first car definitely did not have a reverse camera. So this is like a luxury that it's got it. It's funny, even with reverse cameras, I still find that I look left and right as I back up, even though I could rely on the rear view camera if I really wanted to. But I mean, it's just the old schoolness in me. The old schoolness in me, that's what does it. Brafasco. CJR Performance. I need to reach out to those guys. They always have so many killer cars out in the front of their shop. Oh, it's so good. There is a shop in Durham region. It's called De Silva Racing, and they specialize in Mustangs. So if you've got a Mustang you're looking at doing some work to, you want to do like a stage 1 ECU tune or anything like that, of course it's a yellow light that you could have stopped at. Why would you stop? People. No judgies. All the judgies. Ooh, it's an interesting color Tesla. Huh. I love it. I love the uniqueness, and like that's one of the things I love what Ford's done with this model. Well, every model year of the Mustang, they always introduce a new color. They're always introducing new colors. Like this year we've got our Eruption Green and then Mischievous Purple, which are kind of the new ones. There are a few others as well that they've brought in, like Atlas Blue. So overall great looks. But if you want something unique, there are different options available from the factory. You can always do something aftermarket, whether that's a full paint job or even something simple like getting like basic wraps, like vehicle wraps and things like that to change out the overall look. But a lot of different options when it comes down to it. That's something I haven't said in a bit when it comes down to it. It's funny, I used to actually have a problem with that. Like, if you listen to any of my old videos, when it comes down to it, like I used to say that all the time. So ridiculous, so ridiculous. Now, well, and there is, of course, as I want to like handle the corner of this thing a little bit more, there's a truck on the on-ramp here, and I'm like trying to slow down, but there's traffic behind me. I feel terrible for doing it, but what do you do? You can open it up a teeny little bit, like a little bit. This is nice though. All right, I think I have... All right, I think I'm good. Love it! Love it! Oh, that is nice. Oh, that is really nice. All right, that's cool. So 6-speed manual definitely does not disappoint. I'm not gonna lie, like I've been in the automatic a little bit more in the Mustang recently shooting videos, and like I'm kind of missing the paddle shifters, but my regular car is a 6-speed anyways, so being in a 6-speed again, it's nice. It is nice having that option. One thing to note, the 6-speed is cheaper than the 10-speed automatic. It's just the transmission setup, systems, etc. If you want the cheapest version of the Mustang, the 101A EcoBoost is probably what I'd recommend if you just want to get into a Mustang. If you want better performance out of it, the GT301A, even better. So it's ultimately going to depend on what your budget is, but the performance inside of this thing, let's listen to that sound. Beautiful, beautiful. This is really nice though. This is really nice. Like purposely staying back from the trucks in front of me so that there's no like rocks and stuff hitting this car. But whoever buys this car, you are absolutely going to love it. Like the difference in the performance, the high performance pack versus the regular EcoBoost, it's noticeable. But at the same time, I said it as I was like, there are different options and things like that that you could look at, because even if you don't get the high performance package Mustang, you do have the option for stage 1 ECU tunes, which give you a performance boost in horsepower and torque that's very similar to what you'd find inside of this. You can throw in a larger radiator, larger coolant, and like you can throw different things into this vehicle to give it the same performance. So it's going to be a matter of preference there. But there's a caveat to that, because anything that you do aftermarket yourself could potentially void your warranty. So if you're doing any sort of work aftermarket, just check with your Ford dealer first. Check with their warranty department to see if the changes you're looking at making will have an effect on the warranty. So good, so good. I love it. tricky cop cars that are coming in like, oh, we've had them for a while though, but pickup trucks, at least that one wasn't like blacked out so it didn't look like it wasn't a cop car. Not that I'm speeding excessively right now anyways, but this is really nice though. I love the 6-speed. Like, I love the 6-speed Mustang. This is really good. Formula Ford Lincoln, they are one of the main dealerships that I work with, but these guys are fantastic, like absolutely fantastic to work with. They have a series of different vehicles that are available all the time, Ford and Lincoln, and they're part of a larger dealer group. So they also do have a Jaguar Land Rover dealership, Mitsubishi, and a few others. So if you're looking for something specific, definitely check them out. But that was a look at the 2022 Ford Mustang EcoBoost, specifically the high performance package. What did you think? Performance-wise, sound-wise, I was really surprised at how well this thing handles and what it can accomplish. But if you have any questions, drop down in the comment section below and let me know. And as I mentioned, if you're local to Durham region, the GTA, or anywhere in Ontario really, reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, drop a comment below, and let's collaborate on something. I want to kind of grow this channel into something different and a little bit more unique, and I want to work with some other creators. So reach out to me if you've got a YouTube channel, you're an aspiring creator, whatever the case may be. Let's see what we can make happen. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your social networks. And until I see you next time, take care.